you. It's what you call a symbiotic relationship. We are committed to promoting and playing local bands, and that's kind of a unique programming niche that we hope to fill. So when we go out and talk to musicians, not only do we help promote their music, but through our building relationships with them, we also raise the awareness of Coyote Radio. Coyote Radio is a learning lab for students, and we've been very successful with training students and preparing them for professional careers. So I hope that in 5 years we strengthen that reputation and are able to place more students in professional positions in the field. I hope that the awareness and the visibility of Coyote Radio will be much bigger, not just among the community here, but especially among the student body. I'm a firm believer in community outreach. I think it's very important that stations interact with their communities, whether it's a college campus, whether it's a town, if it's a public radio station or a commercial station or a university station, doesn't matter. I think the success comes in interacting and being a part of the community.
Hey guys, it's Kira, and you're listening to Coyote Radio, local bands 24/7. So here at the radio station, I'm one of the volunteer DJs, so I get to go on air on Tuesdays from 4 to 6, and for 2 hours, me and my friend, we just host our little show, and we get to talk about sort of whatever comes to mind, pop culture, music, just sort of anything, and then we play music in between. I do not. The most I've had is like when I was a little kid and you would call into the radio station when you're like 13 and they still did like the radio polls and stuff. You'd be like, I did that. So that's about all the experience I had. I got totally thrown in the deep end with this, but it's so much fun and I love it, so. Yes, 100%. Because if we, and with me and my friend especially who run with our show, because we're friends with people in the local bands, we get to not only get the exposure of like, oh hey, this band's playing on the radio, but we have the ability to go out to their shows and go meet them and say, hey, we're here, like let's post some photos of you, and then from them they tag us in their Instagram, and then everyone sort of branches out from there and gets to know us.
Good vibes, like good genres, good messages, and just good production quality of like music. Yeah, I think so. I think getting as much exposure as you can like locally will like, it's like a ripple effect. Like if you like start here, then eventually those people here will like reach out in like farther places and stuff. So I think both artists and radio stations, like it's a good step in the right direction to start locally.
I'm the operations manager along with Alfredo Cruz. We co-manage Coyote Radio and advertising together. I started in radio when I was in high school at Norco High and doing commercial radio and TV for a few decades now before I came to Cal State San Bernardino. And I still do a weekend shift at 96.7 KCal Rocks. I think that students and young people in general are very excited about local bands, and a lot of them are finding out go to school here and have friends that go to school here, so the tie-in is enormous. And when you go to a local band show, you see young people, which are the college age students, so I think it's perfect, and it's a great marriage for the students to be exposed to their local bands. Local is Inland Empire, however, we do on Coyote Radio accept bands from San Diego, Orange, and Los Angeles County too. And that's just because a lot of them have ties to the Inland Empire, but to make it big, a lot of them think they need to move to LA. And not that they think, it's a good way to break open. In San Diego and Orange County, they just have a lot better resources than we might have here as far as clubs go. So it's Inland Empire, but we do think that the region is local. So San Diego, Orange County, and LA. You have to promote yourself, you have to do it yourself. It used to be record companies that they would take you on, a record label would take you on, they'd do all the promotion for you, but since the record company sort of went away because music was available on so many different sources, the bands really have to do it themselves. And there's nothing better than pound and payment. You're playing a show, get some flyers made, go to certain places that you know an audience might be. For example, Cal State San Bernardino, market yourself, hand out the flyers, get your own YouTube channel going, market yourself. That is how you have to do it in this day and age, and make your music as readily available. There are times that people send us their local music and then I have to jump through hoops and different platforms to get to it rather than just click and play. So make it easy for people to get your music.